the attacks, what is being talked about over there, and any indication, any information about the 7 people who've been arrested?
Thank you, Gargi. And first of all, our deepest condolences go out to the families of the 3 Indians who lost their lives in today's horrendous incident. The latest update I have for you is that a vehicle has been found in investigations, and they believe that this vehicle, which was discovered in Colombo, was the vehicle used to transport some of the explosives. So that's some of the latest information we're receiving. Also, and I might add that this is unconfirmed, 3 more bodies were discovered in one of the locations in which there was an explosion following the 3 successive explosions early this morning, and that is in Demotagoda. So this is the very latest that we're hearing. Of course, these investigations are continuing. They've been handed over now to the Criminal Investigation Division of the police, and that's the latest that we're hearing. And of course, there is a island-wide curfew that's prevalent across the nation right now.
And I know, Chevaan, it's very difficult for many Sri Lankans. They're just wondering, they're saying that we thought we'd left this all behind us after the end of the civil war. And what is it like right now? Is there panic? Is there fear? We know there's a curfew also in place.
Yeah, sure. There's obviously a lot of confusion, a lot of there's worry, speculation, but I think all credit to the people of Sri Lanka who've remained calm and collected, assessing what's going on around them and the nation, trying to make sense of things and trusting credible news sources in order to get their news and information, and understanding that there are many people currently in Sri Lanka, many families, mothers and fathers and children who've lost their members of their family. Some of the visuals that we're unfortunately seeing are truly heart-wrenching. At the end of the day, this is a human story. People have lost people that they love in the blink of an eye. And set aside all the politics, that's what it boils down to. And I think Sri Lanka is a nation that is very, very emotional to start out with. And right now, we've begun this process of, I think, healing more than anything.
Right.
And that doesn't involve any kind of politics.
All right, when you talk about healing, I think what's been most heartening is that there was a call for blood donation after the attacks took place because of the sheer number of people in hospitals. And we've all seen those visuals of people just lining up. They were thronging at the hospitals to donate blood.
Well, absolutely. And this is really not surprising to us in Sri Lanka. Whenever we face any kind of natural disaster, for instance, the people of Sri Lanka turn up in their droves. The response is overwhelming. And we were not surprised at all. In fact, the blood bank called us and said, please stop asking for donations because they had reached their limit. This is not surprising at all. It's very typical of Sri Lanka to forget all our differences when the country needs it most and step up in the service of our fellow Sri Lankan.
All right, and finally, Chevaan, is there a fear that this could be something that is prolonged, that this may not be just a one-off, terror strike?
It's difficult to tell. Obviously, we hope that the worst is behind us. I think, obviously, there are lots of steps to be taken to ensure and enhance security across the country, including our borders, including our airports. But right now, I think the authorities and the government is doing its very best to deal with the situation, to ensure that the citizens are safe and feel safe. To this end, they've closed schools for a couple of days, universities shut down for a couple of days. The curfew is helping a lot. The social media blockade, there might be different opinions about that, but
right.
I think they've done what they can to ensure that the current situation is managed the best way they can. And I think answers to the questions like you asked me will come in the days to come.
All right, Chevaan. Well, thank you so much for speaking to us this evening. And really, we're really hoping that this is just a one-off. But